they remembered the 2000 Giants team, which opened up Oracle Park, because this is year 25, I think, of Oracle Park.
That was cool.
So maybe it's year 26. I don't. I always get that.
No,
wrong.
this is the 25th year, is what they call it. But we got to see Marvin Bernard at the beginning of the game. That was awesome.
And I heard Jeff Kent was not there. I think he maybe he slipped while he's washing his truck.
I was going to say it was probably it's heading to the spring. He's got trucks to wash. So
no, I guess he's got a kid who's playing college baseball, so that's where he was.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah. And so I wanted to read this quote because this quote came from JT Snow. I think JT Snow has had this quote chambered for the right moment. JT says, I was out there one morning and got a chance to talk with Bob. He means Bob Melvin for 20, 30 minutes, and he was excited. I think he came aboard last year and didn't have a lot of say. The man is the manager, JT. You know that part, right?
Yeah.
This year, he's hoping to make these guys get back to the way the game is supposed to be played. Heavy shade at last year's team, I guess.
Well, and remember last year, JT Snow didn't get a call to come to, what was it, camp, I think it was. There was some kind of mess with JT Snow. And I think he said, well, Farhan has my number.
Yeah.
So he can give me a call. He knows where I'm at. I want to come. I want to help these guys. I want to, help out with fielding. And I guess Farhan said, no, we're good.
Yeah. So then he says, not about launch angles and exit velocities. What we did, how we played, he wants to bring that back. It was super cool. I think he's got a little more freedom. Everybody's on the same page. Now, if you're JT Snow and you have this thing chambered, you're ready to let it loose. You probably can't let it loose if the Giants are 3-6.
Right.
But if the Giants are 8-1, you let that thing go. You fire away. But do you think now we're overdoing it because they are 8-1? Like,
sure.
they're not going to win 8 out of every 9 games to start the season. That's not going to happen.
No, but we're going to absolutely 100% enjoy this.
Yes, and we should, because this is awesome. This is everything that we want in Giants baseball. Compete, have fun, be entertaining, clutch hitting, all that stuff. But at the same time, I do wonder if, like, just the idea of whatever Farhan wanted, it seems to be really magnified. Because in 2021, when the Giants did win all those games, you didn't hear this as much. And maybe it's the whole thing of, the whole idea that winning cures everything. But it is surprising. Maybe Farhan really did alienate a lot of these players and the Giants way. And I take it back to when Peter McGowan bought the Giants in 1992, right before the 93 season.
Yeah.
They brought back Willie Mays, and the at least in some of the stuff that I read, for some reason, kind of near the end of those Bob Lurie days, they stopped remembering like the greater players of their past, and they stopped celebrating those guys. And then when McGowan buys the team, because McGowan's a big Giants fan going back to New York when he's a kid, and then he brings all of that stuff back, and now it's about the past and it's about the history. And it almost felt like it was kind of like they repeated themselves. They kind of forgot about it, or they didn't lean into it. Now you get Buster back in there, and he's like, no, like, we have to lean into this. Like, this is how we learn. This is how we remember. These are the teams that did all of the things to get us to where we are today. So it's just very interesting to see how that is working right now. And I'm thankful that they're winning baseball games, at least, because if it works, it works. But if it doesn't work and you're the same record as last year, then it's just mumbo jumbo. So I'm happy that they're playing well right now, because then they can kind of use this to go, hey, this is our way. This is the right way. I've seen people call it Buster Ball. I've heard that one. Whatever you want to call it, it's entertaining to start the season, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think in our heads we probably had I don't know 3 or 4 different scenarios of how the start of this season would go. I don't remember having, 8-1 as one of them, as one of those scenarios. I thought maybe hot start like 7-3, 6-4, something like that, 6-3. And we would look at that and say, hey, the Giants they're playing good ball, and this might be above 500 ball club. I still think, they're going to come back to earth at some point. It's a long season. You're going to have stretches where you're just not playing good baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have stretches where, injuries catch up to you. I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just, I'm being a realist. It's 162 games. This isn't football where you start out 8-1 and now you're going to make the playoffs. It's guaranteed. This is, there's such a long way to go.